Pi network, how much will Pi coins be worth? In this video, I want to talk about the Pi network, or as many people call it, the Stanford cryptocurrency project. This is a project that has been getting a lot of attention from people. And I want to answer one of the biggest questions about the Pi network, which is how much a Pi coin can be potentially worth. This is something that has been on my mind for a long time, ever since I decided to start mining Pi myself. And when I first heard about the project, I never expected to start mining Pi, because at first, I really did think it was a scam. I would consider myself a pretty skeptical person. And when I saw the project, a lot of the things seemed way too good to be true. You get to earn free coins on the app simply by clicking a button every 24 hours, and for almost zero work at all, you get to earn what many people potentially call the next Bitcoin. And let's be honest for a second, because this idea comes off super scammy. And it wasn't until I started to research this project, where I learned that it wasn't actually as scary as I thought it was. This isn't a financial scam, like a pyramid scheme, a Ponzi scheme, or even a multi-level marketing scheme, because you don't really put any money onto the platform. And if you really think about a pyramid, structures exist almost everywhere. Any corporation has a pyramid-like shape. But this doesn't make everyday corporations a scam, because you're not losing more money than you make. In fact, working at a corporation is how most people make a living in America. And if we add that logic to the Pi network, you're also not losing more money than you make. In fact, you don't lose any money at all, because you don't put anything in. And another argument is that this company is stealing your time and data. But there hasn't been any reported case of anybody's data being stolen, and you spend less than a second on the app every single day. And you can even turn off their advertisement if you want to. And the question now is, if this company is not stealing your time, your data, or your money, what is this company even doing? And if we eliminate all the options I just mentioned, maybe this company is honestly trying to build a legit cryptocurrency. I mean, the developers here are actually really smart people, and they have the talent and skills to really create an authentic cryptocurrency. And the project has been doing everything that a legit cryptocurrency project would have done so far. Therefore, I really do believe that this might be one of those rare legit projects that you see once in a while. And if you guys do decide to sign up, make sure to use my invitation code REGION99. And this is going to give you access to the application and also our chat room. And I know invitation codes like this can be annoying. But if you really think about it, this is also one of the best ways is for a project to promote itself. And one thing to understand about the Pi network is that it gets more secure as the network grows. And this is because the Pi network relies on the most trusted members to determine who is what on the network. And it's one of the reasons why the Pi network is so harsh on people with fake accounts or unverified accounts. Because to make a cryptocurrency based on social networks, you have to have real people in it. And if you want to learn more about this, make sure to check out my first video on the Pi network. But in this video, we're really going to estimate how much a Pi coin can be potentially worth. And I think one of the easiest ways to start is with a simple Google search. And if we click the link, we can see that some websites estimate the price to be around $1.66 right now. And if I'm being honest here, this would actually be pretty ideal, because for every coin that you mined, you can really convert it into about $1.66 right now. And if we look back to the goal of this project, the developers really want to create a currency that people use for everyday transactions. And for the price of this to be worth around $1.66, I would say that this is pretty consistent with the goal of the project. Now we can't be 100% sure about this price right now, because the price we see isn't based on supply and demand. For example, we really don't know how many Pi coins there are out there. And we also don't know how interested people are in the Pi network. And also it's the Pi coin. And after really researching this project, I realized that the developers here are actually pretty smart about preserving the value of any Pi coin, and actually think that the price of a Pi coin can actually be a lot higher than just $1.66. One thing I realized about this project is that the developers here are really good at increasing the demand for Pi coins and also decrease in the supply of Pi coins. I'll give you guys an estimate of how much I personally think Pi is going to be worth in the later parts of this video. But for now, hear me out for a second. The first thing I want to talk about is really the supply portion of how much a Pi coin can be potentially worth. Basically, you can say that the fewer Pi coins there is, the more bang for your bucks. And having a limited supply is really important for the future price of a Pi coin. But not only did the developers here limit the supply of PiCoin, but they also reduce it at a given time. One thing I noticed, but I'm not sure how many other people notice, is that the Pi numbers are actually slowly released coins into your account periodically. And let's take a look at the white paper for a second that says this applies and released over the lifetime of that member based on their level of engagement and also a contribution to the network security. And what this really means is that each member on the network would earn less over time. But this wouldn't actually be a bad thing necessarily, because every other person would also be earning less on the network. And now, assuming that the demand is still there, you're going to be able to get so much more for each coin that you mined. Overall, I think this is a great move because less applies higher price, but I think it even gets better than this. One thing that the Pi network is known for is how hard it is to verify an account. And I know it gets annoying for people to how to verify your account with a phone number or a Facebook account. But it does have a purpose. This would mean that in the future all the coins mined by these unverified accounts would be eventually destroyed. And as a result, any remaining coins on the network would see an increase in value. The value of a Pi coin. And this includes some of the things I just mentioned, like reducing the number of coins in circulation. Now the thing we have to remember is that supply is one part of the equation to help us figure out how much a Pi coin can be potentially worth. And this part is largely determined by the creators who plan this whole thing out. But on the demand side, the creators here have much less influence on how much someone else is willing to pay for a Pi coin. Well, that was actually what I thought at first. But after researching and really thinking about this topic, I realized that they put a lot of thought into the demand side of a Pi coin as well. You see, the demand for a Pi coin is going to be based on how much publicity the company can generate for itself. If you stop and think about it, this explains a lot about the project and why the project has a referral system, because the referral system is probably the cheapest and fastest way to promote anything. And if I'm being honest here, I myself also learned about the Pi network by seeing one of these comments in my videos. And I know a lot of these referral codes can look super scammy. But it does have a purpose. Because these referral codes allow more people are going to know about the Pi network. And the more people that know about the Pi network, the more demand there is for the project. And to give you guys some perspective, the Pi network is already the 9th largest cryptocurrency in the world. And that's great news for the demand side and also the potential price of a Pi coin, because this would give it a legitimate shot of being listed on an exchange like Coinbase or cracking a lot of money flow into these websites. And this would just mean that buying a Pi coin would be much more accessible for the average person. I think the referral system has done a lot for the project. And feel free to leave your own referral codes below. I mean, most of us would have probably never heard about this project if it wasn't for the referral system. And I do believe that without the referral system, this would be another project that no one would ever hear about. So basically, I'm really glad that they decided to add this, and I think it was really smart for them to do so. The last thing I want to talk about before I tell you how much I think a Pi coin is going to be worth is really the growth of cryptocurrency in general. I personally got myself into cryptocurrency back in 2017. And since then I think it's become a lot more mainstream. Nowadays, people like Elon Musk, and also Mark Cuban promote cryptocurrencies, and not to mention the recent run of Dogecoin, which sparked a lot of interest in a lot of people. What I'm trying to say here is that this can equal a lot more demand for cryptocurrencies in general, and also Pi coins. And I do not doubt in my mind that the price of a Pi coin will continue to rise over time as interest in cryptocurrency grows. And after examining both supply and demand, we can see that the price of a Pi coin is likely to rise in the future. And here's what I think the price of a Pi coin might actually be. And let's try to work this out. Right now, just using what we know. So far, we know that the creators of this project have a lot of control over how many Pi coins they want to release. And the goal of this project is to create a coin that's used in everyday transactions. And they probably don't want to release too many coins at once. Because this will dramatically increase supply and decrease price and discourage a lot of people. On the other hand, they also don't want to release too few pieces, because this will dramatically increase the price of Pi coins and make it hard to use them for everyday transactions. So it looks like to me they're going to somehow meet us in the middle. And I wouldn't be surprised if the price ended up being $1.66. Because this might be the only benchmark that people have to determine how much they want to sell a Pi coin for. So in general, I think the price of a Pi coin might bounce around a lot. But I wouldn't be surprised if it nears $1.66. Because that's really the only thing that people have to determine how much they want to sell it for. And at that price point is great for the developers who want to use it for everyday transactions, and also the network members who want to profit from the coins. But for me, personally, I probably wouldn't sell a PiCoin right when it's released. I think with so much publicity behind the project, the price of a PiCoin is likely to increase. And by that time, this will be a decentralized currency where no one actually controls the price, meaning that it can go as high as it wants to. And with the mainstream media taking a hard look at cryptocurrencies, I don't see why this coin wouldn't increase in price. The ceiling for a PiCoin can go as high as $20, $30, $40. And since there's a finite or limited amount of PiCoins, the price will continue to go up as demand picks up. So I personally think that PiCoin is going to be worth around $1.66 when it first launches. But as time goes on, and people get more and more interested in cryptocurrencies, that price is going to continue to rise as much as $10, $20. And way beyond that. This is because, by that time, the developers here don't have control over the cryptocurrency. And also because I think in 20 to 30 years, cryptocurrencies will be a lot more common in our society. Therefore, Nevada gives you guys hard numbers. I would say that the price of the PiCoin would start at $1.66 but eventually get to $10, $20, and even $30 over time. To be honest, I'm not 100% sure this will happen. But this project doesn't take a lot of time and effort to complete, and all you really do is spend 10 seconds pressing a button every single day. So you don't really lose a lot from doing this. I think most people are going to walk away from this project with a couple $100 or even a couple of $1,000. Make sure to like and subscribe, and stay tuned for more videos about alternative investment opportunities in the future, and like always, I'll see you guys again next time.